Hi, it's Mary Beth Decker with sacredcode.com. I wanted to talk about my class, my upcoming UConnect animal communication class. And I'm going in a different direction. I'm not sure I always talk about this, but like, what kind of a teacher am I? It's hard to say that word, but this is what I do. I teach, right? I show up and share and we practice. But I want to say this in a way that I think is kind of funny. So I am not the kind of teacher who has been doing this all her life. And I just come in and I am the best animal communicator you've ever seen. I don't know if I'm that. I haven't been doing it all my life, but I'm pretty good at it. And here's how I like to think about it. I'm not Mozart. When I heard about Mozart, this is a kid who like at four years old, I think was composing music. So there are people out there who have been connecting with the animals for that long. I'm not one of those. I am not Mozart of the animal communication world. But my sense is that might be an advantage. And here's why. So if you ask Mozart, how do you make this music? How do you write this music? He says, I just do it. And for those of us who aren't Mozart, we go, oh, I don't know if that's really helpful. maybe for some of us, but a lot of us would like a little more information, please. So, and I'm in fact, I think if you were thinking of me in the animal communication field, the analogy would be is back in the day, I'd say not only who's Mozart, but I would say, what's a piano now? Well, it's funny because I actually did play the piano as a kid, but I didn't know what animal communication was until my dog started connecting with me. Some that had passed, some that were still on the planet. And so I spent a lot of time figuring out how this information comes through and noticing it doesn't come through the same way for everybody, and showing you different ways of noticing when you get information. I'm all about like, I'm also a kid who watched The Wizard of Oz, pulling the curtain back to say, here's what I think's going on. Here's how we connect. Here's some different ways of connecting. Do what works for you. I will give you a lot of information on how to get to do what works for you. And we'll practice using some of the things that work for me, but you've got room to kind of like create your own connection. And the people that have taken my course, something shifts with their animals. There's more peace and there's more understanding going on. Because for a lot of us, if you get to the point of animal communication where you just know what's going on with them or what they're thinking or what they need, it just pops in. And then they kind of just know what's going on with you, what you're thinking, and it kind of pops in. That's pretty good. In fact, it's actually very lovely. Now, a lot more can happen, but that's not a bad place to start, where everybody's on the same communication vibration. So that's what I'm working to help you discover for yourself, because we all have the abilities. Going back to the piano, everybody had fingers. Well, everybody's got fingers, at least most of us start out with fingers and the ability to move them in a way that you could play the piano. I think we also have that with our brains. We are already connected to receive information that vibrates at the intuitive level. Our animals are already doing it. Now we just need to tune into them. So I'd love you to check out my interest list. Or if you're listening to this when I'm offering registration, go to the page and check it out and see if you want to join me. I'd love to have you join me. We start August 31st. And it's going to be a good time. Thanks.